Hi, this is Mario of the Icelandic technical melodic death metal band Cult of Lilith, and you're listening to the Bloodshed with the Vampire on Metal Messiah Radio International.
Mario, thank you very much for taking time out for this interview. It's a great honor to have you here on the Metal Bloodshed with the Vampire on Metal Messiah Radio International.
Yes. For sure.
Mario, you was born in Jaén. It's a city in south-central Spain, located in the autonomous community of Andalusia, where you are the vocalist of a melodic death metal band, Jotnar, from Canary Island. What inspired you to become a metal vocalist? How was the time spent with Excrude, and how about Jotnar? Are you still part of the band?
I do talk to them, yes, for sure. They were very good friends back then. We still keep in touch sometimes. The first band, Excrude, they were from my hometown. So, of course, when I go back to my hometown in Christmas or something, we hang out and we just catch up. And with the guys in Jotnar, because they are all over the place, they are one in Barcelona, another one in Canary Islands, another one is in Holland, but we keep in touch. We talk from time to time. Those have been probably my most relevant bands before Cult of Lilith.
My question is, especially to Jotnar, since the album you guys released back in 2017, if you're still part of the band, are you guys still planning to have a next album out?
I'm not in the band anymore. I'm not sure if they're still planning to do something with the band, but I would say they're inactive at the moment. I don't plan to divide my energy now. I just want to focus entirely on the band Cult of Lilith.
Okay, well explained. But another question, what are the reasons for you to have made this decision to move over to Iceland?
There is not a very epic story behind it. It's just in 2015 I came to visit for a couple of weeks, and then I knew for sure that Iceland, this was my place. It's an interesting place, and it's not for everyone, but for some of us it works. Like, I've been here for 4 years and I'm not planning to move out.
Mario, how are you doing with the Icelandic language?
Not very well. I can speak basic Icelandic. I can communicate at a very basic level. And I do like it. You know, that's the thing. And I'm okay with languages. It's just I haven't devoted the time for it, because the good and the bad thing about Iceland is that everyone speaks beautiful English. So you don't really need to learn Icelandic unless you are really into it or you need it for work or whatever. But I never needed it. I'm just learning because I want to, basically.
Okay, the debut EP was released independently, while the debut full-length album, Mara, was just released September 4, 2020. Is it weird to release your debut full-length album during this pandemic, not being able to go on the road and play your new work for your fans?
It is, because now you need to focus all the promotion, online events, like promoting videos and stuff. And I just want to fucking play. I just want to fucking go on tour and play. It is what it is. Like, there's not much you can do. And instead of just sitting down and crying in the shower, we just focused on releasing material and videos and promotional stuff. What can you do?
And talking to DJs around the world like you do now.
Exactly.
Mario, Iceland is a rich country, at least when it comes to the percentage of extreme metal bands like Solstafir, Arkanum, Odin, Hellfrow, Nexion, Nis, Sinmara. And as well, when we talk about great metal bands from Iceland, we cannot forget Cult of Lilith. And also, yes, great festivals as Reykjavik Metal Fest, Ascension Fest, Iceland Flug Fest, to say some. How are the metal scene in Iceland in general? I mean, leaving this COVID situation on the side, and have you guys already played at one of these great festivals?
Yes, we played in Reykjavik Death Fest 2 years ago, and the guys played Flug also. The scene here is very healthy. Being such a small population, I don't know if you know the numbers, but the whole country is around 360,000 people, and two of that population are in Reykjavik. It's a very small place, but they have such an amazing scene, and there are amazing musicians, artists in general, not just in music. I think it's because of the long winters. So you've got a lot of time to go inside and create.
If I'm not wrong, in 2017 or was 2018, the group that I go on tour with, when we go tour festivals in Europe that we always do every year, when they added Iceland to this tour, I miss it because there was a time that I couldn't fly. So if I had a chance, I would have been there there. I think they went to Iceland Flugfest and they had a great time. They showed me all the pictures, videos, and the place is very, very gorgeous.
It's insane, honestly. After 4 years here, you still discover new places. It's super beautiful.
Mario, I know my next question, since you was not part of the band, but I still will ask you, if you can ask it, go ahead. If you cannot, just skip it. Cult of Lilith was formed in Reykjavik, Iceland in 2015 by Daniel Hannesson. The guitarist hired a session drummer and a singer to create the EP Arkanum. What can you tell us about this EP Arkanum? Why have it took so long? Yeah, a long gap between the album, the EP, and this full-length album.
Well, Daniel was still trying to form the entire lineup that we have today. But Daniel had these ideas. He already had the songs written, basically. And he hired a drummer from Italy, actually, who wrote all the drums. And it was interesting because he recorded the drums in such a short time. I think he did a pretty good job. Yeah, it's definitely very different from what we are doing now, for sure. But you can still see there's like the core, there's still some details and stuff. Because at the end, most of the stuff of Cult of Lilith is written by Daniel, like at least the instrumental part, the riffs and everything.
Mario, since you joined the band 2 years ago, up to now, have you been able to do a show with the band to sing these songs on this EP?
Yeah, we've only played 3 gigs with me as vocalist because we've been focusing on the album. We've been like just focusing on recording the album and doing everything. And then COVID came.
Okay, now continue with this interview. Mario, something I was wondering all about. And I went into history trying to imagine about the band name. For 400,000 years, Lilith has wandered the earth, figuring in the myth, imagination of writers, artists, and poets. Her dark origins, like in Babylonian demonology, where amulets and incantation were used to counter the sinister power of this winged spirit who preyed on pregnant women and infants. Lilith next, migrated to the world of the ancient Hittites, Egyptians, Israelites, and Greeks. She makes a solitary appearance in the Bible as a wilderness demon shunned by the prophet Isaiah in the Middle Ages. She reappears in Jewish source as the dreadful first wife of Adam. If the name Cult of Lilith has nothing to do what I just said, going back in the ancient history, what is so special about the band name?
Well, Lilith is such an open concept because it's fantasy. So, of course, there's so many stories around her in many different cultures. So we find that super interesting because, it feels like she's been traveling around time and space because she's present in so many different ancient history. And we definitely have our favorite stories about her. And the one that inspires in the name of the album, Mara, for example, because Mara was how medieval people called the sleep paralysis. They thought there was a demon sitting on your chest that wouldn't let you be awake. This Mara demon was a minion of Lilith. And also Lilith was always appearing in men's dreams. And she would give birth to other demons because she would have sex with men during their sleep. And also, for me, one of the most interesting concepts of Lilith is she being the first wife of Adam. And in consequence, she was supposedly the first feminist in the world because she refused to have sex with Adam because Adam always wanted to have sex in misery. He wanted to be on top. So Adam refused and she got out of heaven like on purpose.
Remember that history, Lilith refused to obey Adam because she was not made out of Adam ribs like Eva, but she was made of the same mother that Adam was made of,
Exactly. I think that's pretty cool.
That's something very interesting when bands create names. You really want to dig deep inside to see what's around the name.
Yeah, because the concept itself is very interesting, the Lilith concept, but then we are also all into the aesthetics of cults. We love that shit. And that's how we mixed these two concepts, like a cult of the Lilith goddess. I think, we really like that. Yeah.
Mario, go back with the addition of you and permanent new vocalist back in 2018. Daniel decided to complete the band lineup with a full-time members. If you so wish, please present us the current and complete band lineup.
Yes, so we've got Daniel Thor, which is the founder of the band and the lead guitarist. Then we've got Samúel, who is the bassist. Then we have Kjartan, who is the drummer. Then Kristján, the other guitarist, and me, Mario, the vocalist.
Mario, Icelandic cult of LILITH have been writing and recording their debut record over the past of 2 years after solidifying their now current lineup. As you just said, Mario, the band debuted full-length Mara is a unique blend of death metal, prog, and classical music style with no creative limit in front of the band. They share similarities to the symphonic death metal band as Flash God Apocalypse and a slew of other bands under the large death metal umbrella. What can fans now expect of this new album compared to the 2016 EP Arkanum?
Well, man, it's a completely different journey, to be honest. It's way more ambitious in every aspect. Basically, it's way more experimental. I think it's just richer in every single aspect. Mix, production, writing, everything is way more ambitious and everything is taken beyond and more experimental. I think it's a huge step forward from that EP. And everyone in the band agrees with this. Yeah.
Okay, going a huge step forward, that means that you need a stronger and one of the best labels worldwide to represent you and to promote the band, to promote the album. The debut EP was released independently, while the debut full-length album Mara was just released September 4, 2020 via the prestigious Metal Blade record. And I'd like to thank Metal Blade, Nikki Law, for this great opportunity to hook me up with you, with the band, for this interview. Mario, how did you hammer this awesome deal with Metal Blade Records?
It's a funny story. So we mixed the album with Dave Otero, which has mixed also other bands in Metal Blade. He mixed Last Carol Decapitation. And when he handed us the mix, he told us, guys, this shit is sick. Like, this is very good material. And I think the people in Metal Blade should listen to this. And, we thought he was just trying to be super nice to us, trying to be very kind so that we could work with him again, basically.
Yeah.
But no, the bastard did send the stuff to Metal, and after a few days, we got contacted by an email from Metal Blade.
Okay.
So that's how it went, basically. So yeah, he wasn't kidding.
Okay, tell me, how are everything moving in promotion of this band's new effort so far by the label?
They are doing an amazing job, honestly. They're pushing us as much as they can. They're doing a lot of stuff for us, and we are super thankful for it. And they are amazing people. Like, we're every day in contact with them, with different agents in the States and in Europe, and they're amazing people, honestly, and they're doing an amazing job for us.
Okay, the first preview of the new album, I'm talking about the single Cosmic Maelstrom, was released worldwide last June 8, where the record can also be ordered as a digipack CD exclusive bundle with t-shirt plus digital options are also available. Please tell us, why have you, the band, the label, chosen this track Cosmic Maelstrom as the album opener, but as well as the promotional track?
Well, it was a long discussion actually between the band, because ultimately it's up to the band to choose a song. But we wanted something that represents the band, and what better than the fucking intro with the harpsichord than just striking you in the face. Like that first punch in the face after the harpsichord, the intro, I think it represents the band pretty well. It was unanimous. The decision of choosing Cosmic Maelstrom came very naturally to us.
I think that's a very great decision not to take any credit of any of the songs on this album. I want to thank once again Nikki for sending me the promotional package. Let me tell you one thing, Mario, I really love this album. I think it's very great if we can go over the track list, but before that, I still have another question. In how many format is this album now available through Metal Blade Records?
There's a lot of people asking us for vinyls, but depends on how sellings go. So because it's a new band, it's our debut album, so we are still figuring out how the sellings will do. We tour, that would definitely help. You know how it is. We're debuting with this album and we can't tour, so we need to wait a bit until releasing vinyl and stuff. I mean, it will happen definitely, for sure. But so far, for now, it's only the album. Yeah, physical album.
I believe coming from Metal Blade Records, vinyl's gonna come automatically. But yes, now we remember it's your first album through them. So I think they want to see first how the album sales are going, right?
Exactly.
continue with this interview, Mario, don't you mind to present us the album tracking list, please?
For sure. So the opener of the album is Cosmic Maelstrom. That will be the first song, and it's the first song that everyone heard for the first time from the band. Actually, that was the first promotional song. I mean, what else is there to say from this song? The intro with the harpsichord, I think it's already telling you what you're gonna listen to in the album. It's also representing the necromechanical baroque style that we have. That's how we like to call it. Then we have Purple Tide, which was the second single released with also the video on YouTube. If you haven't checked that out, you should go now and check it on YouTube. It's a video we recorded, we shot in a very beautiful place here in Iceland. So yeah, this Purple Tide song is a bit more proggy. It has a Hammond solo in the song played by another artist from here, from Iceland. Then we have Entered the Mancubus. This song was definitely inspired by the video game Dune. This is the classical video game from the 90s. And this is like straight to your fucking face. This is a straight tech death stuff. And then we have Atlas. This is probably one of my favorite songs in the album. This is very different. This is more dreamy. It's a slower tempo. I think it's a very epic song, actually. And the second video we're going to release is going to be of this song. Then we have Comatose, which is my other favorite song in the album. And it's more, this one is also like tech death, but with genty influence and a bit of the weirdness. Yeah, that has been influenced in me from Mike Patton, for example. And yeah, very sick song in my opinion. Then we have Profeta Paloma, which has become quite famous among the audience because it has this flamenco part in it.
You know, I love that part. I was going to ask you about it, even though your band is coming from Iceland, but I felt that gypsy feeling, especially at the last part of the song. How did you guys decide it on that?
Well, we like all kinds of music and we like to experiment and we don't want to close ourselves in any particular genre. So if we feel like doing flamenco, after a black metal chorus in a song, we will fucking do it, you know? We're not thinking about anyone else than us when it comes to write music. So we felt like it. We thought it fit the concept of the song perfectly. And yeah, if you read the lyrics and everything is connected for sure. And yeah, I thought it was a very good addition, very good to the song. Then you have Zangano, and Zangano is also like straight tech death, right to your face. Nice riff, harsh vocals. This is proper tech death for sure. And then Soupir du Fantome is a bit more operatical, theatrical song to close the album as the last song. And yeah, it starts with some Spanish. It's like a mass. And then it turns into like some black death metal with the chorus in French. But yeah, as I said, this is like a bit of theatrical, dramatical ending for the album.
When I listened to that song, I felt like something orthodox.
Yeah.
That's right.
I want to give that feeling like a fucking priest, like giving a sermon or something.
Mario, thank you very much for describing us the album tracking list. I must say, a video for the single Purple Tide was released last August 4th, directed by Daniel Puskas of Vahal Artworks, who have worked with Nist as well, featuring guest keyboard solo by Lucy in Blues, Aldur Inge Johnson. I had this great opportunity to see the video that you guys was talking about doing this video. All the members have taken part of, to elaborate about this video. You even had the director itself, Daniel Puskas, spelled here, the production manager, and if I remember, Suna, that was the makeup artist, and not to forget the beautiful actress, Uner, the siren. But for fans to know, Mario, how was the making of the video for this track, Purple Tide been?
Man, it was amazing. Honestly, I still consider that one of the highlights of my life, to be honest. When I remember being in that cliff, like with the sea and that fucking majestic place, that landscape, having this beautiful weather. It was sunny, no windy. The team was perfect. Like there was such a good vibe. The whole team, very professional. We have loads of fun. We're just falling around the whole time. It was very nice. Yeah.
It was a whole weekend, Mario?
Yeah, it was the whole weekend. There were 2 days of shooting, Friday and Saturday, shooting from early in the morning to the night, basically.
How did you feel being a sailor for that weekend?
It's You know what? Because the sailors are kind of a fucking assholes in the video. So, and you had to get in the role because the sailors are supposed to rape this girl that then takes revenge in the form of a siren. Yeah, that was probably the most difficult part, trying to get in the role of a fucking rapist. You know, that was very difficult for us. Like, we were so uncomfortable. We were so fucking awkward. But that's why we shot that first, to get it out of the way and then do the fun stuff.
Drunken sailor.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, it was so fun.
Tell me, yes, you had Lucy in Blues, Arnaldur Jónsson. How was it working with him doing this solo for this track?
He's got a band here which is like rock, like psychedelic rock here in Iceland, and they're fucking amazing. And this guy is so talented. So when we thought about this Hammond solo, we contacted him immediately. It was very clear to us that he was the one to do it. And he was very excited to collaborate in the album. And I think he did an amazing job. I fucking love that solo.
Okay. To continue with this interview, the album cover artwork was unmistakably made by, the Israeli artist Elinar Kantor, who also worked with Sodom of Flesh, God Apocalypse, Ice Earth, Testament, Thai Art is Murder, so many other great bands as well, and t-shirt artwork done by Art of Greenway. Mario, this is something I've seen more bands doing. 2 artworks. Tell us more about it, please.
We wanted different designs for the t-shirts. Yeah, we are huge fans of both artists, and they both nailed the concept. It was amazing. Also with Eliran Kantor, we gave him a few hints on what the band is about, and he just nailed the fucking concept with the amazing artwork he created for the cover. So we are super happy with the stuff he created. And also with Kogi, it was love at first sight. When he sent us the first draft of the design of the t-shirt, it was like, man, this is fucking killer. Yeah, happy with both. Yeah.
Very impressive artwork by Elinar Kantor, I must say.
Yeah, for sure. It's very attractive. Every time I see it, it catches your attention immediately. Yeah.
Okay, to what the recording is about, the percussions was recorded in the Icelandic Dutch Ice production under the direction of Kristján van der Valk. The rest was put into the soundtrack in the studio by guitarist Kristján, Jóhann Júlíusson of Kurmafutur Studio. Yes, the guitarist of the band self. I'm talking about Kristján, the guitarist of Cult of Lilith. And the mix and master come from Dave Otero, this incredible professional sound engineer who also worked with bands like Cattle Decapitation, Chemist, Skinless, at Flatline Audio Studio in Denver, Colorado. How long was the recording parts been, and how was work on with Dave Otero with the mix and master part done at Flat Audio Studio, Mario?
Well, the recording took place here in Iceland. It probably took around 6-7 months because we all have our jobs and we could record in the weekends here, and we want everything to be perfect for this album. So it took us some time to record here, and then working with Dave Otero was amazing. He just made justice to the stuff we wrote. When I first listened to the mix, it was way beyond my expectation. I was just very, very, very content, very satisfied with his work, and I would definitely like to work with him again in the future, for sure. It was perfect.
Mario, what's so promotional gigs is about, there will be a double album celebration, if I'm not wrong, this coming September 12th there at Kokering. That evening, you guys will be playing with the 5-man who also released their album, Primitive Gospel, an EP. And yes, you guys celebrating the release of Mara, but you also will be playing with Kokavin. What can you tell us about this album release party? And I was doubting if this album release party will still take place.
Yeah, we were also not completely sure it would take place because of the restrictions, but apparently they kind of closed the borders again for tourists, so infections have gone very low now. Like, now it's very fine in Iceland, to be honest. There's not many infections, no deaths at all. And yes, the concert is going to take place for sure. About the other other band, I don't know much because it's kind of a new band, I think, or at least I didn't know of. But then Divine Defilement, they are good friends of us. They're very like slam, death metal, like straight to your face. Very cool guys.
So tell us, I mean, especially for the local fans, Mario, when will this party start? How long will it be? Will you guys close the night?
The night is going to be closed by Divine Defilement. They organize the gig.
Okay.
And they're going to close the night. The first one, Kokaving band will start first, then us, and then Divine Defilement.
Okay. But what can the fans expect? Set list? You're going to be playing only a song of the new album?
No, we're going to play a couple of songs from the EP. Yeah. We still want to, in shows, it depends on how long the shows will be, but in this show, we're going to play a couple of songs from the EP. Yeah. And we won't be playing the entire album for this gig.
Mario, Icelandic death metal band Cult of Lilith will surely make their mark on the extreme metal scene with their debut album Mara, which was released last 4 September 2020 through Metal Blade Records. Mara is a creative album taking a range of influences into its brand of modern extreme metal. In support of Mara, the band's new effort, what are the planned shows, tour, festivals the band have or will schedule for this coming year, 2021?
Well, it's difficult to know. We've been offered tours in the States and Europe, but everything is in the air. So no one can be certain about anything. Like no one knows if tours are going to happen any soon, if they're going to happen at all. No one knows, basically. We are hoping to be able to tour as soon as tours are open. We are hoping to jump on touring, that's for sure. But it's a difficult question to answer because no one knows, basically.
Okay, let's see things get to normal, Mario, especially for the North American fans that love this band already. So they can expect you guys over there.
Oh, for sure. But I have to say also that I've read, and we've been discussing this, that visas are going to get super expensive for like artists to come from Europe to the States. And yeah, that might be a problem. But we're in talks with Metal Blade also, and they might be able to help us with it. We'll see how it goes, but we are, of course, very willing to go to the States, for sure. And I know we will go. I don't know exactly when, but I know we will definitely be there too.
That's a very great news to hear. But listen, I've been working with Metal Blade Records, such a great record label. And coming out of North America, it should be easier for you to get everything round.
Yeah, hopefully, for sure. We need to talk about this with them because we were discussing just this with the band. But we need to talk about the visas with them. And for sure, we'll make it work.
Okay, if you're ready to cross the Atlantic, are you guys planning to go to South America?
No, I would love to.
Not yet.
Not yet. Definitely on my list, yeah.
And how about a European tour?
Yeah, Europe is going to be way easier to tour for sure. So Europe is going to happen. And then, hopefully the States and South America. That would be fucking amazing.
Okay, so you already heard everybody out there. For all of you around this continent, America, be ready, especially North America. We're going to have Cult of Lilith here, so to enjoying and to see them live, but I will be traveling to Europe anyhow, so I hope to see you guys live in Europe. Yes, Mario, I want to thank you very much to have made this interview possible. I want to hand you over the microphone of Metal Messiah Radio to invite, your fans, your friends to support the band, to buy the band's previous EP, Arkanum, and to buy the band's brand new masterpiece, Mara, which was released last September 4th, as I said, 2020 via this prestigious American label Metal Blade Record. A necro-mechanical baroque, that is the province of Cult of Lilith. A frenetic collision of death metal, prog complex, classic structures, and any other style they wish to incorporate. Their debut album, Mara, is a restless, constantly shifting collection that is, native as it is compulsive. Yes, for all fans, fans that love bands like Legion, Septic Flesh, The Black Dahlia Murder, Revel of Nihil, Flesh God Apocalypse, Revocation, and many other bands, you must have this great brand new album in your collection, Mara. Okay, Mario, yes, as I just said, the microphone of Metal Messiah Radio is all yours to thank whoever you want to thank.
Well, thank you everyone for listening to the interview and for listening to Mara. If you have already done that, if you haven't, go to YouTube, go to Spotify, whatever the fuck you want, it's there for you to listen. So it's a short album. It's like around 36 minutes. So just grab your headphones, take your time and enjoy it because it is a journey. And I know probably at first listen is not the easiest stuff to listen because it has so many details. It's something you need to go over a few times.
When you listen to it, buy it. Support the band.
Yes, exactly. Support us. We're starting, basically. It's our debut album, so we need to slowly. Well, thank you for having me here. Thanks to Metal Messiah Radio. It's been a huge pleasure to do the interview.
It's my pleasure as well, Mario. Please say hello to Daniel. For me, say hello to Kristján. Say hello to Samúel and Kjartan for me.
I'm going to band practice just now, so I will see them in a minute.
Okay, I wish you all the best with this great new album, Mara, which I love so much. I wish you all the best with the bands. I hope to see you guys on tour this 2021 somewhere in Europe. Yes, what else can I say? All the best, Mario.
Thank you, man. I'm very thankful for your kind words.
Okay, without anything else to say, metal on. Bye-bye.
Thanks for the interview. See you guys. Bye.